The New York Jets are 2-1. They just embarrassed our hated rivals, the New England Patriots, on Thursday Night Football. The Jets offense has literally become like the stuff we only got to see other teams achieve, right? We're talking about third down completions, converting on third down conversions. We have touchdown scoring drives. Not just one or a lucky shot down the field, legitimately, methodically going down the field and then scoring points. That's happening to us right now. We get to experience being calm and collected as a fan base for the first time, I think, in a very long time. No longer are Jets fans freaking out whenever the offense gets the ball, and we're hoping and praying that hopefully maybe we can go ahead and get a first down and maybe get a touchdown or get into field goal range. We're able to actually sit back, watch our quarterback play quarterback. We get to actually be calm and enjoy the experience. This is all the benefit of the Aaron Rodgers experience. The Jets are currently on a 2-game winning streak. We've got a grown-up playing the quarterback position. Now, the Broncos come into JetLife Stadium. And yeah, you heard me right. I said JetLife Stadium for week 4 of the NFL season. And I guess the only question we really got to ask ourselves is, do we make it 3 wins in a row? Are the Jets about to go on a little run? Let's talk about it.
I can do it all, I will never fall. It's the Renaissance, you know that I got the mother sauce, man. You know I'm the boss, I know what it costs. Have you ever lost? I'm so versatile, yeah, I'm a Renaissance, man. I can do it all, I will never fall. It's the Renaissance, you know that I got the mother sauce, man. You know I'm the boss, I know what it costs. Have you ever lost? I'm so versatile, yeah, I'm a Renaissance, man.
Congratulations, brother.
And here we go. It's been a long time, Jets fans. It's been a long time. I think we're so overdue for the joy that we're feeling right now as a fan base. Since Thursday Night Football, it's just been cloud 9 for Jets fans. We got to sit back on Sunday, watch football, literally kick up our feet, enjoy the wonderful product that is the NFL. Granted, sometimes, referees can interrupt that, but I digress. Jets fans didn't watch a game on Sunday stressed out. You felt pretty good about what you saw in Aaron Rodgers, who, mind you, looked like he had turned back the hands of time. He looks as if he somehow found the fountain of youth. And I get it. It's only 3 games in, but the Jets have gotten better each game they've played this season. And the thing is, the offense has not looked as if they were bad or as if they couldn't be good. They've gotten better and they've proven it on the field. And honestly, I don't even think we're even at 75% of what this offense is capable of. You're seeing Aaron Rodgers and the Garrett Wilson connection seem to be a little bit off. They're still trying to figure it out. The defense, I think, has taken massive steps ever since, knock on wood. I don't know if it has anything to do with it, but there's no denying that when CJ Mosley had to get off the field because of turf toe, our defense just looks faster. Those boys, the linebacking groups, just looks like they're all over the place. Sherwood has proven to have a high IQ, and he's rocking that green dot, pretty well. And he's looked good. The run has gotten slowed down. Like, the defense has taken another step. Think about this, Jets fans. The New York Jets are currently one of 2 NFL teams with a top 5 red zone defense and a top 5 red zone offense. Yeah, you heard that right. The New York Jets currently have a top 5 red zone offense, and they're one of 2 teams in the NFL to be able to have that distinction of having both on defense and on offense top 5 units in the red zone. This is life right now. This is just life right now. It gets crazier. They currently lead the league in third down conversions with a ludicrous, and I mean a ludicrous, 54% success rate. I think the next closest one is 46%. Maybe it's 45. I got to go back and take a look at that stat line. But look at us. Look at us, Jets fans. We're well overdue. We deserve this. I don't think in my lifetime I've actually ever experienced football like this, right? Yeah, the Rex Ryan era was great. The defense was elite. The ground and pound aspect was awesome, right? But Mark Sanchez, was Mark Sanchez, right? He was a average to good quarterback, better in the playoffs, it looks like, right? But you never felt that if we got into a shootout, that he was going to be able to go ahead and lead the way for us. You never felt that if the game was put on his shoulders, that he was going to be able to go ahead and lead you to the promised land. Again, Mark Sanchez was a good quarterback for us. I'm not going to take that away from him. But Aaron Rodgers is something different. Like, it's literally something different. This dude gets on the field, and at any given time he's behind center, you have this calm confidence that something positive is going to happen. And we've seen that now in 3 weeks. Now, granted, I think what we saw from Aaron Rodgers in Thursday Night Football against the Patriots was very telling. Seeing him move the way he did was something that I don't know if any of us were expecting for him to still be able to do. Haven't seen him move like that in quite some time, to include the last season he played with the Packers. And it looks like he somehow has kind of like turned back the hands of time. He looks like he's having fun. He's legitimately having a good time. The way you saw I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, but the newest episode of one Jets Drive just dropped last night, and it was awesome. You got to see in the locker room just how excited like these guys were, how much fun they're having. Aaron Rodgers is having a real good time right now playing football, and I think that should be scary for everyone else in the NFL. Not us, but for everyone else in the NFL, Aaron Rodgers having fun playing football again should be a terrifying thing. I think it should be a terrifying thing. But it brings us to week 4. And I know it's still early. I know it's very early, and maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm overly excited, but this is the kind of positivity us as Jets fans we haven't gotten to experience in quite some time. And so I'm gonna take this all in, man. I'm gonna embrace it. I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this, because we don't know if Rodgers comes back next year. We don't know if he takes us to the Super Bowl, wins it, that he doesn't walk off into the sunset, you know what I'm saying, with a second ring. I hope this is our quarterback for the next couple of years. I hope he decides to go ahead and continue to go ahead and test his ability to go ahead and play with these young kids. Because again, from what we saw on Thursday night, Aaron Rodgers is not washed. Not washed at all. Aaron Rodgers is playing at vintage Aaron Rodgers level. Right now, I think we've got Pro Bowl caliber Aaron Rodgers, and we're maybe going to get to All-Pro Aaron Rodgers here over the next couple of weeks. Maybe by middle of the season, we got MVP caliber Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. I'm just saying each week we've seen this team, this offense has put up more points. They've gotten better, and Aaron Rodgers has gotten more comfortable. And the crazy part is, him and Garrett Wilson aren't even on the same page yet. They're still trying to figure out their dynamic. You've seen it in back-to-back games now where Aaron Rodgers is not connecting with Garrett Wilson the way we were kind of hoping for, like early on. Garrett Wilson was getting all kinds of open against Christian Gonzalez, who was a very, very good corner on Thursday Night Football, but Aaron Rodgers would look his way, boom, and then take the safer route. Again, playing adult football, and I get that. But eventually, Aaron Rodgers is going to go ahead and decide, you know what? I'm going to take the shot. I trust enough in my ability, and of course in Garrett Wilson's ability, to go ahead and make this play. And we're going to start seeing some bigger plays come to fruition. I think right now we're seeing this offense at 75%. I don't even think we're seeing this offense at full capacity yet. We're seeing this offense at 75%. We haven't seen Mike Williams come to full fruition yet. He's still working his way back from that ACL injury. Aaron Rodgers, I think maybe he's feeling more comfortable now about his Achilles. He kind of alluded to it as much after the Thursday night game. We have not seen this offense at full capacity yet. Is this the week? Is this the week in JetLife Stadium that we get to see this offense click on all cylinders against a pretty good Broncos defense, right? Broncos versus Jets. Week 4 at JetLife. New York Jets have the ability to go ahead and go up to 3-1, a 3-game winning streak, before we head off to London and play off against a very, very hot Minnesota Vikings team. with Sam Darnold at the helm. I digress. When I look at this matchup for this week, and I look at it through the eyes of not just the fan, but again, a guy that still was a little salty about the whole Sean Payton incident that we had last year. I know Aaron Rodgers is saying all the right things, you know what I'm saying? But let's be honest, Aaron Rodgers didn't forget. He didn't forget. He's fully aware of what was said. He didn't have a chance to go ahead and prove a point when he was on the field last season because of the injury. He gets a chance now to actually prove the point, not just prove the point, but prove the point at home. I think you're going to see an Aaron Rodgers that's playing with his hair on fire. I think we're going to see this offense take another step. Is it going to be 100%? I don't know about 100%, but I say 75% we've seen them at against the Patriots. I think this offense goes to maybe 85% this week. And that 85% means a lot of people are going to get fed. Aaron Rodgers is going to make a statement. And I think you're going to go ahead and have to test this Broncos defense. Again, a good defense. Right now, they're one of the top defensive lines in all of football. I'm going to rephrase that. Defenses and creating pressure and getting to the quarterback. Patrick Surtain is a dog, let's be honest. He's one of those guys, in my opinion, who's a top 1 or 2 cornerback in the NFL. It's him and Sauce. The conversations between him and Sauce in regards to who's the top cornerback in the NFL. Some would say Jair Alexander should be in the conversation too, but for me, it's Patrick Surtain, Sauce Gardner, 1 and 2. You can debate whichever's one. Personally, I think it's Sauce. The accolades say it's Sauce, right? 2-time All-Pro. He's done things never done before. Thus far in the history of the NFL, he's 2 years in. So for me, it's Sauce Gardner number 1, but Patrick Surtain is a very close 1B. So that's going to be a fun matchup. Watching Patrick Surtain, maybe he follows Garrett Wilson around, maybe he doesn't. But the matchup that I'm going to be looking at the most, and I think we should be focused on the most, is going to be the matchup of the offensive line versus the defensive line. So the way the Broncos create pressure is literally by blitzing. They've been blitzing at a cyclic rate so far this season. I think the NFL averages anywhere around 27 to 28%. They're leading the league at like 45% blitz rate. So they're a high blitzing team. Good thing for us about that is Aaron Rodgers is like the master of beating the blitz, right? I think all time he's 5th in success rate in terms of beating the blitz. Like he loves it. He thrives off of it. Aaron Rodgers is also coming off of a long break, 13 days between games. And the stats from that are he's undefeated, never lost a game before when he's had this much of a break to prepare for a team. It's like something like 20-something 30-something touchdowns, like 9 interceptions, some ridiculous numbers and stats. I'll find it and put up on the screen for you guys. But Aaron Rodgers literally thrives in this kind of a situation, this kind of a defense coming at him, blitzing at him. He's going to tear him apart. He's also had plenty of time to prepare for this kind of team since we did play on Thursday night, a little bit of a mini bye. He's rested, he's focused, he's hungry. There's still that Sean Payton, Aaron Rodgers thing. I don't care what Aaron Rodgers says in regards to like, oh, he's forgotten about it. Ha, real funny, Aaron Rodgers. We know you didn't forget about it. He disrespected your boy Nathaniel Hackett, and I think you're going to take this opportunity to make Sean Payton eat his words. And that's why I think a lot of what we haven't seen thus far in our offense, we're going to probably see another level of creativity on Sunday. And mind you, I do believe we've seen levels of creativity from this offense that we were not accustomed to as Jets fans over the last 2 games. But I think it all accumulates to this week where you're going to go ahead and see some things to pretty much showcase that Nathaniel Hackett is that dude, right? That he can go ahead and conjure up some plays. It's all about having the right personnel. And I think they're going to go ahead and make Sean Payton eat his words, right? And I say that because, let's be honest, the New York Jets faced off against the Broncos in back-to-back games the last couple of years, right? In their house, in Mile High. So 2 years in a row now, or this will be the 3rd year in a row, but the last 2 years in a row, we've gone to their house. We've beaten the dog crap out of them. We've beaten them with no quarterback, with no offensive line. Breece Hall has been a freak of nature. I think 245 rushing yards, a 9.5 yards per carry average, 2 touchdowns, rushing touchdowns, 1 receiving touchdown. And this is in a game and a half, because don't forget, he also, tore his ACL, knock on wood. His first game there in his rookie season, halfway through that game. So 1.5 games, he's done that kind of damage to the freaking Broncos. So I think when it comes to the matchup, I just don't see the Broncos having a lot in terms of an advantage. I think this is the game that is going to be more of a statement game. I do believe Nathaniel Hackett and Aaron Rodgers have something special planned for the Broncos, specifically to try and embarrass Sean Payton. They'll never admit it because they're professionals, unlike Sean Payton, who ran his mouth off about freaking Nathaniel Hackett when he took over for the Broncos. I don't think they're going to go ahead and do anything like that, but they're going to let their play show it. Their play's going to show it. And don't get it twisted. The Broncos are a very talented team, also a very young team. I just don't think that they've arrived yet to be in the kind of situation that the New York Jets are in, right? The New York Jets right now have aspirations of, a deep playoff run. The goal is Super Bowl, right? They've got the perfect balance and combination of youth and veterans on this roster to kind of achieve that goal. The Broncos, on the other hand, just drafted, Bo Nix. They just got their rookie quarterback, right? And they've got pieces, a lot of young, youthful pieces on that roster that are talented, but they're not ready to win now, right? So they're, I think, a couple years away before you can start seeing them in that conversation of being, AFC West contenders, AFC contenders, etc. Right? So they're a little bit away. So we're on a different spectrum. So I'm not really knocking the Broncos because I do like a lot of their personnel moves. I do like I like Patrick Surtain a lot. I think he's a freaking dog. I have my reservations about Bo Nix. I didn't really think in college that the hype, like the tape warranted the hype. But again, I digress on that. I do believe that he hasn't thrown a passing touchdown yet thus far this season. He had 4 interceptions in his first 2 games. This last game, a lot of the Broncos fans seem to be very, very excited and pumped up. But in that last game, it was a lot of dink and dunk passes, almost as if, Sean Payton decided we're not going to put the game in your hands so you don't make a mistake. Here's these dink and dunk passes. Let's go ahead and methodically work our way down the field. And they were able to go ahead and make it work, and that's fine. But they faced off against Baker Mayfield. I think they played against Geno Smith. I might, I really don't. They haven't faced off against a quarterback of the caliber of Aaron Rodgers. I can tell you that. And they're going to have to play football. They're going to have to. At some point or another, I think Bo Nix is going to have to actually throw the ball. I think the Jets are going to go ahead and get up early. I think Breece Hall is going to be the catalyst for this game. And when you just look at it, man, the advantages just aren't there for the Broncos. If you want to be honest, you go down the checklist. Let's look at the head coaching. I'm going to give head coaching to Sean Payton. He's a Super Bowl winning coach, albeit I have to question whether or not that was more Drew Brees over Sean Payton. Nevertheless, he's a Super Bowl winning coach. Give the man the respect. I want to see if he can replicate what he was in New Orleans again, right? Because before Drew Brees, he was after Drew Brees, and then he wound up leaving the sport. You know what I'm saying? When things got too hot with what happened in with the Saints, he's back now. I want to see if he's really that dude, right? I want to see if he's that dude. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. The resume speaks for itself. Sean Payton, they got the advantage at head coach. But then after that, quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers all day. It's not even close. Aaron Rodgers clears Bo Nix. It's not even close. Wide receiver room. Right now, their number 1 wide receiver is a wide receiver 3. Reynolds is a wide receiver 3, 4 on average. He's their leading receiver right now. Courtland Sutton has been kind of quiet, right? We've got Garrett Wilson, Mike Williams, Allen Lazard. Allen Lazard right now is leading is tied for the league lead in freaking touchdown receptions. Garrett Wilson, we know what he's about. Mike Williams, let's be honest, this is one of the league leaders in freaking 50-50 balls. Like the wide receiver room, New York Jets. Running back room, New York Jets. I'm not going to waste my time. Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, dogs, New York Jets. Defensive line, New York Jets. We can get pressure with 4. They need to blitz in order to go ahead and create pressure and get sacks. Our guys can get to the quarterback. Will McDonald is playing lights out football right now. He's the second leader in the NFL in sacks with 5, right behind Aiden Hutchinson, who's got 6. He's playing with his hair on fire right now. This defense is clicking on all cylinders. Linebackers. Unfortunately for them, they just lost their primary linebacker to injury. Even if he was healthy, New York Jets. Quincy Williams right now and freaking Sherwood are playing great ball. They're both right now, I think collectively are in the top 10 in terms of linebacker statistics over the last couple of games. They're playing like elite football right now. Linebackers. Offensive line. New York Jets. Their offensive line looked better last week, but I digress. I think our defensive line versus their offensive line is going to go ahead and put them to the test. New York Jets. I just don't see us cornerbacks. So secondary outside of Patrick Surtain, yeah, man, Jets. Because if Sauce and Patrick Surtain are a wash, Michael Carter's better. DJ Reed is better. I mean, heck, Echols, man, I think is potentially better than what they have in the secondary room. Again, young guys. I'm not taking away from them, young guys, but the talent level is just not there. The New York Jets, I think, have every advantage except for the head coach in this game. And because of that, the New York Jets are going to win this game 27-9. 27-9. Like last night, I was really thinking about it. I really had them at 27-14. And then I did some more research on it this morning. And of course, last night after we did the Thursday Think of It. And I realized, like, man, I'm crazy. Like, they're not going to score a touchdown. That I discovered they just have the top red zone defense as well. I was like, man, these guys ain't getting into the end zone against us. I mean, could it happen? Possibly. But I'm not going to bet on it. So I shifted my thought process. I looked at the game. And thought, you know what, maybe I'm giving Sean Payton too much credit. Maybe I'm giving the one game they played last week a little too much credit. But our defense now has gotten better in back-to-back games. And they're also playing at home at JetLife. They play with their hair on fire at JetLife. So, New York Jets win this game. They win this game 27-9. They now are 3-1 in the AFC East, securely positioned in second place behind the Buffalo Bills, who are playing really good ball right now. I think the Buffalo Bills play against the Ravens this week. That's going to be a tough game. The way Josh Allen right now is playing football, I don't know how I feel about the Ravens secondary, their offensive line. They look like a shell of what they once were. But again, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry can go ahead and do some damage. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna wish upon a star and say that the Buffalo Bills get their first L of the season against the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore. Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry are able to go ahead and pull it off, get the dub, and bring the Buffalo Bills down just a little bit. But that's a lot of hope and hyperbole. I think if logically speaking, the Buffalo Bills will probably win that game because again, the way they're playing right now is, man, it's lights out football. It's really good football. The Miami Dolphins go up against the Tennessee Titans. Man, listen, their quarterback situation right now is in complete shambles. I don't know if McDaniel is really that dude. I think now, the more I think about it, is this is a guy who came in with a specific set of skills, was able to go ahead, I guess you can say, expand on Tua's strengths, maximize it, so to speak. And I don't know if he can adjust his offense fast enough. I don't know if he's able to go ahead and gear a game plan around Tim Boyle. I think Huntley might play for them too. I look at that game for them, man, and as talented as they are in terms of the running back room and of course the wide receiver, I just don't know if they've got it in them. This team looks defeated right now. They're the league low in terms of points scored with 33. They haven't led once thus far this season in any game that they've played. Even the first game where they won against the Jaguars, they won it off of a no time on the clock kick to win the game. So I'm gonna go Titans. I'm gonna go Titans beat the Miami Dolphins, man. I think right now they're in shambles. They're trying to figure some things out. And then the Patriots, they pay the 49ers. Patriots lose. You know what I'm saying? They add another L to theirs. And then the new adjustments to the AFC East is on the screen somewhere. So you can see it. It goes Buffalo Bills, Jets, Dolphins, and then Patriots in that order. And we're off to London. Yeah. Man, listen, all I know is I'm excited to watch football. I'm not stressing it. It's going to be a good time. Jets fans, enjoy this. We've never had football like this before, at least in the last a couple of decades at least. I'm excited. You should be excited. Aaron Rodgers faces off against the Denver Broncos and brings home a victory of 27-9, bringing us to 3-1. Jets are on a 3-game winning streak before we head to London and face off the red-hot Minnesota Vikings, who are currently undefeated. We'll see by weekend's end if that remains true. But yeah, man, go Jets. Go Jets. Look at us, man. What a time to be alive.
Congratulations, brother. Hey.